So as you see around me is water. It's very crucial to have water. I don't even have to go over why you need water. But what I'm saying is it's important for you to watch over your family and protect them by having some sort of water precautions just in case if it's hard to obtain water. Either like here in Oklahoma, we've had some towns where their pipes have been bad, so you can't drink the water, you might have to purify it, stuff like that. And so for my family, if things ever went bad, or however people like saying it, but here's our little solution we have so far. Everything's a growing process, but this is where I stand right now. And everything I've learned, it's not like I'm a genius or I know anything I'm talking about. I'm another person on YouTube sharing information on what I've learned, probably from YouTube. But with YouTube, there's a lot of channels out there you can check out that will teach you about water preparedness, water purification, how to get around water. That's one thing, like, as Americans, we very much take for granted. Water's simple, you can spill it, we use the cleanest to water our grass. So it's very different. But here's what we got. So my family, we carry about 10 cases in our pantry of water bottles. So that's like immediate, clean, purified water that's going on. Then we carry 3 of these bad boys, as you can see. They're all like, they're 5 gallons here. I can do a little extra. I filled them up if I can. But we carry about 5 gallons on hand. It's all purified before it goes in. I have to do a better sorting system. I know it seems organized, but you have to be really on top of it. This one's dated and then covered. These are BPA, like microplastic free stuff, so it's good to keep water in and won't get those microplastics in you. Water is important about how you store it. You can't store it like out in your shed, stuff like that. Like these are in home. These are air-cooled garage. And then here's my ammo cans. I got 2 of them, and we'll go over what causes our preparedness for these. My favorite thing, I love this company. It's, what is it? Savior? Yeah, Savior bags, whatever, tactile. I think it's made for ammunition or whatever. I use them for organization and color grading. So everything here is blue because it's water. Red, medicals, common sense. This one has, I think it's called Hillcox keys, but it's a water key. Multiple sizes. I have 2 of those. And I can get other styles, but that carries here. So this ammo can, you'll see, has Savior bags in it and an aqua pod. Okay. The aqua pod, let me just read off of it. Basically, 65 gallons. So with the aqua pod, you would say if things going south, you're like, hey, I need to get water. Maybe you don't want to drink this water, or like the line's still good. You fill up your bathtub instead of you like having exposed water in the bathtub. You can fill with this. Has a little hand pump, and you can pump water out of it into whatever you need. A bucket, however you're doing. Maybe not the best for drinking if it came straight from, depending on the scenario times, but you gotta think, your toilets, if you're still using them and still can use the toilets, you gotta send water to flush yourself down. This in the bathroom, catching 65 gallons, and then you can use your toilet still during those times. Awesome. Other things I carry is, this is more common if you do hiking, stuff like that. It's a gravity system, I think. Oh, squeeze system. But basically, it's just a Sawyer filter kit. Sawyer's a great brand. Almost everything I own is from Amazon, so it's not impossible to acquire a lot of this. These are from local hardware stores, but so as you see, my family, we're pretty well protected on our water scenarios, and we can accommodate more people in my family, my extended families. After that, I carry aqua tabs. I need to get some more, but here's at least 100 tablets. These are pretty simple. You dip in, you're good to go. One thing I do have on the way, which I guess I should wait for this video, but we can do shorts and catch up on it always, is H2Go. It's a system that makes its own bleach in a sense, and that's sweet for if you get to that point. Right here is, what's it called? Aqua Mira. It's the two-part additives that you can treat this whole thing. So if you get worried about if it's clean or not and you didn't mark it, you can treat this. I do know, learning from YouTube, that treating things is super important, but it's also important not to mix all these chemicals and all this. Honestly, you can look up, I should have looked up what's the effects if you mix it all. It doesn't sound good. And that's that. Lastly, in this one, I got more Savior bags while I'm trying to build out. So I just need to stock up on more tablets, Aqua Mira, my H2Go will go in here. I'll probably get SteriPen if you look it up. It's super awesome. You send it in your bottles, water bottles or whatever, and uses UV to treat. So say, hey, you're worried about the water, the SteriPen can help do a second treatment. I also carry this. It's an aluminum handle. I don't know if it's familiar, but if you're familiar with like giant 55-gallon water barrels, this goes on the top. It's a tool to break open those water barrels, break over the seals. I don't have water barrels right now for my sustainment kits, but that's something I'm going at. The only other progressions I have for this is probably going to be once, like, I'm trying to acquire land around where we live, and land's always expensive, but I would love to have a rain collection system, and that's probably the next step. Is like, hey, I'm good if I get water, I have water, I can treat. I think for my family, I'd have to do the math how many gallons we can hold, but my family's probably good for, I don't even want to lie, but let's just say over 6 months. So that means this house could go without water from any outside source for 6 months. And stuff like that's pretty important, especially as you have children and people you're responsible taking care of. So that's my only advice to you guys with this, is how important it is because it's important to watch over your family as you're the caretaker. And you know, if you got little people depending on you, it's so important to not just security wise, like guns and cameras or whatever, or yourself. It's always to watch over them and to, you know, watch over the small things like this. I will do some more parts if you guys are interested. I've been building out medical for a minute now, trying to get going. And then my next bigger project, which should be priority first, is water, of course. Priority 1, priority 2 is probably going to be food. But thank you so much for catching in. Hopefully it wasn't too long for you all, but that's my plan. Thank you so much. And then, sorry, last thing. Reach out, comment things you think I need to look into, perfect items for this system, or things I need to move towards. Other video ideas you want to see, the channel, just let me know. Thanks so much. Bye.